Well, hello there, Earth2 friends and family. Tonight's market update is going to be quite different than usual. Typically, we have a report where we see some sideways trading and maybe a new all-time high on a recently released game attribute. So, what's happening inside the market as we may be hours away from Essence launching to the rest of the world? Well, it's quite honestly exploding. This is Earth2 in the know, and let's get into it. Unless you've been paying absolutely no attention, you know that Essence launches to the public in a day or two. Some super sleuths inside of the community tracked down a contract for Essence. The team has neither admitted nor denied that this is the valid contract. However, to be perfectly quite frank, the numbers all seem to match up. We will confirm nothing until an official announcement has come from the team, though. Disclaimer. As a matter of fact, the community manager inside of Discord put out an official statement. Let's take a look at that now. Dear Earth2 community, many of you have been keeping a keen eye for news and updates regarding the Essence token. We take this opportunity to remind you to always take the necessary precautions to protect your digital assets. Regardless of whether the address is correct or not, we will continue to delete any addresses or links copied and shared here to encourage everyone to use caution. And when they say here, they're referring to Discord. Even if it is shared by official Earth2 employees, mods, or fellow community members you deem to be trustworthy. Please do not blindly copy or follow links and addresses shared related to the token. We urge everyone to form good, precautionary habits when it comes to handling your Essence, including learning how to find and discern the legitimate contract address for yourselves, such as getting it from your logged-in Earth2 profile settings or our official website when it comes available, rather than copying what is shared online. Thank you for your cooperation in fostering a supportive and proactive community. So, straight from the source, do not believe anything until you have an officially released statement directly from the team. So let's talk market, because man oh man, it has been cooking. Anyone who follows the channel knows that just as recent as 2 weeks ago, we saw the floor hit in the mid-40s. So, to have a 100% increase in this kind of timeline just speaks for itself. The resource market has not fully been impacted by this new wave of excitement, but we expect it to follow the trend of increasing value once Essence brings new users to the platform and they see the value in resource mining. As always, we check out a few droids for comparison and to document the timeline of the value progression, so let's go ahead and check that out together. Giliumbo with low yields shows us the floor has seemed to drop even more on the batteries not included tribute side droid. At the time of video production, the floor for Giliumbo was 528, obviously with a low resource yield, but they are available. Starlight Fury seems to be consistent over time, hitting the $10 floor, with random users dropping the floor every once in a while to quickly liquidate. These listings typically get absorbed pretty quickly and relisted at a higher price point. Let's talk about something happening inside the droid resource market that is a massive positive swing, especially for us. Anyone who follows the channel knows that I've been preaching not to sell legendary droids before the Essence release, for the simple reason that there was low use case without upgrades, and they held low use case value, but only momentarily. Well, all of that is actually coming to fruition as we're finally seeing legendary side droids seeing some massive gains, as before there were many that were under the $10 USD price point. We can clearly see that is no longer the case, as the price of these soon-to-be in-demand assets should see some nice increases in value. Before we jump into the civilian market, we want to, as always, thank all of our regular viewers for taking time out of your important schedule to join us for this community ritual. We do this twice a week, the weekend market update and the midweek market update. Without you guys, I would just be boring my wife about what blockchain is hosting a native game token for a platform that she probably just wants to play dress up on. If you're looking at opportunities to maybe pick up some undervalued assets, there may be some room in the civilian market, as Ether seems to be slower to the party for gaining value. Keep in mind that if you do look at this strategy, you will need to be able to facilitate the red energy requirements to host these civilians until you resell them after leveling them up. As always, we do not advocate for this strategy, we are simply acknowledging its existence. So, when it comes to civilians, the Space Force Geologist is seeing the same old, with many users dropping the floor back down to the 7-cent USD mark. Ever since the introduction of this new class, it has just been a classic story of the bulls versus bears when it comes to this asset. But one thing's for sure, 10 cents or better, not looking too strong anytime soon, unless some drastic changes happen in the market, according to the tie-in with Essence. The Egyptian God class, it does seem to be a little lower than usual, with about a mid-60s price point. Quite the low from the high a few weeks back of over $1.50 USD each. There may be growth possibilities on these price points, but chances are it will be a slower return than the already manufactured Essence. So, we do have a few Tier 3 territories to discuss. We saw Zeisenbahn Laos open. There was a heavy metal mine not too far from the landing spot that seemed to be bought up. Even with that strong resource accumulation, we still only saw it reach to 0.115 or right around 12 cents USD. Now, we do have a very important Tier 3 opening to cover as we look at the one dropping in around 24 hours. Managua, Nicaragua, which is a host to a huge community inside of the platform. The heat map, it's an amazing piece of art and will be a huge draw to new users in the future. At 46 cents a Tier 2 tile at time of production, the upgrade cost will be mid-range and an obvious thing to consider when looking at maybe buying in this region. However, to gain the most out of this, you will want to get to Tier 1 status, as there is boron available, and you will want to take full advantage of that. The good news is that these Tier 1 tiles are only 1 USD, so at Tier 2, it's already basically halfway there. This area is also rich in limestone, and has sparse iron ore and titanium. To sum it up, not only do you get to pick up a great selection of resources, but you're also getting land in one of the most populated areas of the map. So that looks like a wrap for now when it comes to the midweek market report. If you have found any of this info useful, we invite you to subscribe and join our community. Not only does it help us fight scam tubers and the YouTube search results, but you'll also get to join an amazing community of people who are totally dedicated to the Earth2 project. Plus, not to mention we do weekly giveaways where all you have to do is be subbed, like, and comment on a video. It's just that easy, and we're constantly giving away one of 1,000 limited edition Earth2 collectibles when available, or large plots of land. So, sadly, it's time to wrap up this update and say goodbye for now, but not for long. If any breaking news hits, we will let everyone know ASAP. And as always, we cannot wait to see you in the Earth2 metaverse. Until next time, let's get that essence.